pretty sick.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yeah, whenever you're champ.
All right. So, how you doing, J Funk?
What up? I'm doing good, bro. Nice seeing you.
Today I got on my man Jason Downer,
Yes, sir.
one of the best fighters that I know.
Yes, sir.
Former welterweight, now middleweight.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling at middleweight?
I feel great. I feel great at middleweight. I think it's the best spot for me and the healthiest spot for me to be right now. So I'm just making it work, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you're looking jacked, bro.
I know, right?
I mean, you've always been.
Yeah.
No, like, don't beat me up for saying that.
Yeah. That's one of my my things, I guess. You know, I'm always in shape for the most part. So.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever seen you fat.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen you even with a little bit of chub.
Yeah, because you know, when you take years of just doing sports and stuff, you know, your body's just in tune with a certain like physique. I feel like my physique is kind of fixed to the point where even if I overeat, I don't get bloated or anything.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it just goes away. My metabolism break it down. So
I wish I had your metabolism, bro.
It's a positive, I guess. It's a positive, a little positive. You know what I mean, but yeah, it's great. Feel great at middleweight. Best I've ever felt this camp. Best I've ever felt overall cutting weight. Everything came off smoothly. Felt strong. Felt healthy. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
So it was a great camp, and it was a great cut. So I can't complain. From cutting 35 to cutting 15, 20. It's better. 15 pounds less. And you know what I mean? It's good for me and good for my health. But in the future, and I have a nutritionist now, so that helps. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
I have a guy that's helping me out.
It's massive.
Yeah, I can text him and ask him some questions, and he always is willing to reply and help me out.
Oh, what a good guy.
I'm Tony Ritchie. Shout out to Tony Ritchie. And yeah, so it's been good. It's been very good. But in the future, as I was gonna say, I might go back to welterweight. Who knows? I don't know.
Fuck it.
I think I can make it, but it's just like
it's tough.
At the level I'm at right now, it makes no sense. I could still compete at 185 with those guys.
I would. I mean, your last fight. I mean, I will say this because I purely believe this. Like, I genuinely believe this from the bottom of my heart. It was a fluke.
Man, like
it was 100% a fluke.
I can't. Like, here's the thing with my thing now. It's like, if you know who I am and you ever trained with me and you're in the gym with me, and it just go by, you understand the level of how good I am, right?
100.
And I see it too. But then you fall into a place where I'm at right now, where it's like, yo, you lost 3 fights and you're in a tough situation, kinda. But the way I'm losing these fights is the way I would rather lose the fights, getting stopped. And because I work so hard on my grappling, my wrestling, jiu-jitsu, everything, striking.
Always.
That I'm very well rounded. So I don't see me losing a fight being outstruck like over a period of time or out-grappled over a period of time. It's going to be very difficult. And then if I would have lost my fights that way, I would have a problem with it. I would have a big problem with it. 100%. But I'm getting caught, and it's just minor mistakes, minor slight things, and game plans are like different than what fights are, and I'm not a game plan guy. There's a lot of small things that are playing big roles and big factor in my career. But at the end of the day, nothing in my, you know me, bro. We talked before.
We talk all the time.
We talk all the time. This ain't new to me. Hard isn't new to me. Hard is normal to me. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
I don't know many people who work harder than you.
Yeah, man. It's hard is normal. I didn't expect my my career to be. I wanted it to be the way it, you know, like, oh, smooth sailing, you're a pro, you do this, you do that, and you do all the big things, which I am very capable of. But at the end of the day, there was nothing in my life that was super easy. Yeah. And I still made it here, and I'm still doing good. A lot of people in high school, they're like, what the fuck, bro? You know, you know what I mean? A lot of people back then that knew me way back in Jamaica was like, yo, shit. You know what I mean? And that was, what, a few years ago? So it's like, I can accomplish a lot more in the next few years. So I'm not worried about, and my losses are a little bit more devastating. But if you know anything about life, you lose a lot. You lose family members, you lose friends, you lose a dog, you lose stuff. Like everything goes away eventually, right?
100.
So my thing is, my best trait is that I don't let anything hold me back, and I never lose confidence in myself throughout the tough times. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I
Yeah.
mean I've known you for 3 years now, almost 3 years.
Yeah, almost 3 years. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen you down on yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen you,
Yeah.
complaining.
Nah.
You always just go in
Yeah.
and you work hard,
Yeah.
and then you just get the job done. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, and that's a very respectable thing in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like even with me now, so a guy like me now, usually a guy like me, like people will lose a fight and they will lose the way I'm losing. And I trust me, man, people fuck with me heavy, so it's like it's tough
Heavily.
with so much people buy these pay-per-view and they're like, fuck J Funk, damn it, man.
I was
What's
very
going on, right?
devastated.
Yeah, so it's like it's tough. I get it, and I understand, and that's the thing. You got to understand what you're dealing with, and I know that people, as I said, they they're fucking me heavy.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people looking out for me, and regardless, a lot of people are still gonna come watch my next fight,
Always.
which is very good. That I have that great support system around me. But I think it's very important to never, like, as I said, what's getting to a point is like a fighter, like a lot of other fighters, they lose fights like do. They start losing confidence, or they stop training as hard as they used to.
Yeah.
Because they're saying I'm losing a lot of fights and right?
Yeah.
But then if you stop training as hard as you used to train, then you start losing fights the different way. Like I would start losing fight being out grappled and out wrestled and out struck over a period of time, maybe. You know what I mean?
I couldn't imagine that.
Exactly, right? So that's why I don't stop. Regardless if I win fights, and my mentality is always next Monday I'm back. This Monday I couldn't be back because I was all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
It's happened. Then I had to fly back to Miami to help Adam out. But like regardless, all my kickboxing fights, when I win titles, whatever, I was in the gym the next couple days or the next following Monday because I fight on the weekend.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing when I lose fights. I'm back in the gym. All right, whether my face is swollen or not, puffy face not.
It is what
I'm
it
in the
is.
gym. It is what it
Exactly.
is. I'm back in the gym and training. I'm back in the gym to learn and adjust. So although these guys are catching me, they never had enough time to catch up to my skill set, even though they catch me with weird punches.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? This fight, I was looking back at it, and I think like the way I lost my fights is just weird. It's just a bunch of like effed up situation happening that this was supposed to be the only fight I lose, to be honest with you, if I think about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Because the weight?
Yeah. So this was the only fight I probably should have lost. If I was gonna lose a fight, this was gonna be the fight. I think
That's
so.
interesting.
That's interesting. My last two fights should have lost them. I respect those guys, but like at the end of the day, one of them I was out grappling him. The second one knocked me down, and I was beating him up the whole round. I won. I came back. He knocked me down. Came back and won that round easily.
It's funny. My brother actually knows that guy.
Oh really?
Nick Olson. Right?
Nick Olson. Yeah. I love and respect Nick Olson, but like he caught me with that punch because I could have seen it on my left eye. Which hey, you know what I mean? I walked into that shit.
He took advantage of a good situation.
Of that shit.
Yeah.
But like even that fight, I was shitty with the weight cut. Everything was so shitty.
Damn. Yeah, you were struggling.
Great. Didn't feel great. So I just feel like it's a catalyst of a bunch of situation that's pushing me down this path that I'm in. And I feel like I'm just going through a little rough patch and I'm bad lucky right now. But at the end of the day, other than fighting, I always look back at them and say, yo, I'm really good at coaching, bro. I am heavyweight coaching, bro.
Yeah, let me actually say, so to the people who don't know who this is, this man is Jason Downer. He's a fighter at my gym, and I guess I would call him my coach, honestly, you know?
Yeah.
I have plenty of coaches at the gym, but this is probably my main guy. We do a lot of privates together.
Yep.
And a lot of the knowledge that I have and that I use on a day-to-day basis in terms of not only mixed martial arts, but also just staying a positive human being, you know, I got from this guy. So
yeah, man,
he is one of the best coaches that I think I've ever experienced, and I've been on.
I work hard with it.
Yeah,
I work hard. Very, very into it because I really love it. Even with Adam, I was like, right now, you know, I go heavy with my notes. I'm always in my notes trying to help everybody.
Shout out Adam Livingston.
Yep, shout out to Adam. Yeah, man, he's gonna be a really good fighter too. Once he's already a good fighter. Once he tighten up some shit, he's gonna be a fucking monster, man.
He's got the hands. He just needs the ground game.
Yeah, just tighten up some shit on the ground. Just understand it and being aware, and he'll be fine. He's gonna be perfectly fine.
100%.
Yeah, man. But like with me, my thing is like, if I can't, even during fight week, the person I am, even fight week, got there, we didn't have beds. I took my mattress off my bed and I was sleeping on the bed the fucking bed, the board, and give Ode and Nog beds to sleep on. That's the guy I am, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's the guy I am. Even with Nog going through shit, I was helping Nog out. Like, I like seeing my teammates successful, even if even if I'm not as successful as my teammates right now at this point. I like seeing Tom going out there doing his thing. You know what I mean? I like seeing Nog fighting through that fight. I like seeing Ode showing resilience in his fight. You know what I mean? I like seeing Doin from his last fight, not this one, the previous one, not listening to his coaches, coming back to this fight and actually listening to his coaches and adjusting throughout the fight and putting on a spectacular performance. That stuff means a lot to me because I just grew up in a big family kind of environment, and I just love seeing people successful, even if it's not me. I don't worry about myself too much because I know I got me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got myself, and I always try to put myself in the right positions, and I'm always thinking about, as much as you see how I coach heavy, times that by 10, I'm doing that for myself too, because I'm very smart about my moves, what I'm doing, and just in general in life, and I have a lot of life experience to help me. So I like seeing those guys be successful. So I'm always going to be helping them, whatever they need. You know what I mean? I'm always going to be there to support my guys. You know what I mean? You know, some teammates, and that's what makes us different at LIMMA too, is like some teammates, they don't want to see you succeed. You know 100%. What I mean? They don't want you to do better than them.
100%.
You know what I mean? They don't want, they're like, oh, I lost my fight, I want him to lose too. Or I didn't do this good, so I don't want him to do good too. I don't want him to get the shine. Nah, bro, I want everybody to get the shine.
Yeah, no,
I want everybody to get the shine.
And that's something that,
go get that shit.
That's something that all successful MMA gyms have to have. You know, you can't have a Jackson Wink. You can't have a Sanford MMA. You can't have a Long Island MMA without that culture of the fighters wanting each other to succeed. And that's a massive thing in our gym.
It's very important. People always say it's an individual sport. It's only individual when you go out there and you still have coaches yelling at you. It's not an individual sport.
Not way.
How you gonna train without your training partners, right?
Exactly.
Like, what are you gonna be doing? Like, you need at least a coach, and that's team still. It's not a one person sport. It's a bunch of things that goes into account, you know what I mean, when you're doing mixed martial arts.
Yeah, I don't believe in a one-person sport ever. Not golf, not tennis, not.
You need a coach. You need a team.
Exactly.
At a high level, even golf, you need a guy fucking run over the bag that helps you with your club.
You need caddy.
Right? You need help, man.
Yeah.
So majority of the thing in life, people always say it's a one thing or one distance. It's never about one guy. Even the greatest player of all time, name all of the greatest player, LeBron, basketball, everybody you can name, they all are a part of a team, and it's a catalyst of a bunch of events leading them to getting that ball, to do that shot, to lead into that touchdown.
Straight up,
right? One guy might be just very good at that particular thing, but it's a team. Most sport is a team sport. Most of them,
100%.
Most of them, you know what I mean? Even swimming, you're swimming by yourself, but like you need a whole coach and shit. So it's like, you know what I mean, you need the guy, nutritionist.
Exactly.
It's team, you know what I mean?
There's no such thing as doing it on your own.
Yeah, it's not doing it on your own. It's very hard to be at the highest level and learn a lot by doing it by your own. Look at my coach. I have Greg, I have Brian, I have, you know what I mean? I have LaFleur. Like, I have all different coaches telling me different things, and all of them are different in certain ways that I can adapt to different things and learn different things from them. And I mean, like for my next camp, I'm working a lot more with Brian because I never worked with Brian a lot, right? So I'm working a lot more mitts with Brian because obviously I started with Ryan, and then Depot worked me through, and I still work with Brian and Depot a lot. True. But like now I never worked with Brian before because I kind of like left him to do with the 155ers and Tom and
the smaller guys.
All the smaller guys. Yep. I kind of just let him be, you know, because I know he's busy with those guys that can see us out already. Let him spar.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't want to take over, you know, too much of their time, and be selfish. So I'm not being selfish now, but I'm just gonna like, you know, work my way in, and do some mitts with him because he's been doing some stuff with me, and I'm like, all right, cool, I can make this adjustment. And one thing about me is I'm always looking to evolve because what Brian might teach me as a fighter, I can also use as a coach. And then I can also evolve from that. So, you know what I mean? So that's the way I look at it. So regardless, even if I'm not going to use it, I can still learn it. And that's the thing with me. I might lose my fights or whatever, but there's one thing you can't take away from me, bro. I know a lot of shit about this game. I know a lot about striking, and I study a lot about it. You know what I mean? I buy my ebooks. I do my striking systems. I read about different striking. I watch a lot of footwork videos. I read a lot of stuff about mentality, and and I understand what's going on too. It's very important to have a coach that fights too. I feel like that's the key. Sometimes it's cool. Sometimes some coach fight and they suck, but sometimes you have a coach that fights and they understand. You know what I mean?
Ryan.
Like, yeah, that's good. You know what I mean? And the thing with me is like, I yell at a lot of people about keeping their hands up in class. I'll be like, and then they were like, yo, I have my hands. I'm like, no, you don't. And I'm like, hey, go watch my last fight. Go watch one of my fights that I got hit.
Yeah.
I know what the fuck is going on.
You're very self-aware.
Yeah, I'm very aware of it. So when I tell someone to do something, I'm like, bro, you're gonna be laying on the floor. You think you know because you're in the gym, but you don't. I'm actually telling you, put that shit up a little bit more because it could catch you. And then I'm gonna be looking at your ass now, and you're gonna be looking back at me, but like, yep, I told you so, but you didn't do it. And then I don't want to be in that situation, so I rather make the adjustment, and that's why I'm so passionate about it, because of my love for the sport and because of what I go through. You know what I mean?
And you go through a lot.
I go through a lot, man. But also, man, I don't know how the fuck I do it, bro. But I'm always positive, man. I'm always positive, because I have a weakness when it comes to people who don't have a lot. Even when I was walking through Miami, I saw some homeless people, and I just felt like, even though it was my weekend and everybody weekend, we were having fun, I felt so bad, man. I'm like, fuck, the people are, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's one of my weaknesses. I feel like I can never solve, like, you know, poverty, but I want to try. But I'm never gonna be able to solve it. But like I'm gonna do a little bit.
Never
of this.
ever view that as a weakness.
Yeah,
that is not.
I don't know, because you know, like, some things is so big that one person can't do it. Yeah. I mean, one person can do it. I'm pretty sure all these billionaires with their money, but they ain't gonna do that shit.
Yeah, no way.
Got motherfuckers can buy countries and shit, but they ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean?
No way.
Yeah, but I look at it as a microcosm. Like, right, I can fix it in my community, or in Jamaica, or in Huntington, or wherever there is thing I can work within my community and start there, and maybe one of those people in that community helps somebody else, and then, you know, it's a small thing, but it's on a bigger scale within a community or within you know, I'm in that area. So yeah, so with me, I'm very fortunate. My point is, like, even if things get hard, someone have it worse.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
100% always.
I got fucking stopped that night. Stipe got stopped too. He got stopped on a grand stage. He's the greatest heavyweight of all time.
Of course.
What am I complaining about?
Nothing to complain about.
Nothing to complain about. I fucking just take my L and just walk away and learn from it. Keep moving on, bro. Life goes on, man.
Exactly.
I can't fucking rewind that shit and be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna just go to Orthodox now because I was southpaw and I fucked up southpaw on my hand and whatever. Go Orthodox now and fix it. I'm like, all right, cool, bro. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just learn from it, move on, and just evolve. Obviously, your health come into account, because I personally, you know, don't know if I want to take that much hits like that again.
I get
right?
That. I get
but
that.
It's fine. It's fine. Like, I'm tough, bro. Like, listen, how much time I've broken not one piece of, nothing is broken on me. Like, it's very hard to break my bones. I don't know. I'm just solid.
Yeah, you got.
I got some
bones, bro.
Bro, I got some hits, bro.
Dude, I'm just gonna, like, interject here.
Yeah.
When I'm holding, like, the mitts for you, bro. Not the mitts, but like my gloves.
Gloves, yeah.
And you throw a medium shot.
Yeah, medium, yeah.
I'm like, there. I got tendonitis.
Yeah,
now. Like, it's
man.
fucked. I thought I had power.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, shit, bro.
And that's the thing, man. That's what I love about me too. Is like, I have a lot of things, so I can help a lot of people, if that makes sense. Because I'm fast. I can fight southpaw, orthodox. I can grapple. So it's like, not only like I can work with a guy that has fast hands because I understand the speed and stuff. I can work with a guy that has slow hands. I can work with a guy that lengthy. I'm also good in pocket, so I can help people in pocket. So I feel like the more skills you learn and the more you're aware of yourself and within martial arts, is always going to be better for you as a martial artist. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. But for me, man, nothing changes. I'm still who I am as a fighter. No confidence. Like, I haven't lost any confidence from my last fights. Nothing. I just feel like with those fights, even if I get stopped again, I'm probably gonna take a little bit of time off and figure some shit out and focus heavy on coaching, like I am now, but like focus heavy on coaching. But I always have coaching in my back pocket. Oh yeah, it's always my thing. I want to open my own gym. I'm never gonna leave martial arts ever.
If you need an investor, hey, I'm always here.
Man,
I would love to open a gym with you.
You
bro.
know me, man.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be successful. You know what I mean? And it comes from the relationships that I created. I always tell you, you know what I mean? For me, I'm a relationship heavy with people guy, because I feel like in nowadays people are just thinking you as a number, and I'm more like into, it's more of like, what can you do for them more than what they can do for you, kind of sometimes.
I used to view the word like that.
Yeah, people don't want to help you, like, you know what I mean? They want to help you whenever you're big time or whenever you get, like, you go up, like they see something. For me, I help everybody because you never really know. You never really know.
Yep.
I help you. Listen, I help you as much as I can help you. If I can't go crazy, I can't go crazy, but I'll do what I can, right?
Of course.
And if I can do it without me, like, killing myself, I'm gonna try. Like, why not? You know what I mean? We all human. We all going through our different shits in life and whatever. So that's just the way I live. People always ask me, "Oh, you in the Powerball? What are you doing?" I'm saying I'm doing a lot of that shit.
Oh, 100%.
I'm fucking the first. That was a question we were in Tampa, and they were asking that question to me, and they was like, "Oh no, what's the first thing you'll do though?" I'm like, I'll donate a fucking shit ton of money. Like, I'm
100%.
donating a lot of it, and then the rest I'm putting in the stock market, invest it. And I'm going to invest in real estate. I'm going to build my own business.
Good man.
I open my gym. The first thing I'm going to do is donate a lot of that shit. Like, I'm legitimately serious. I care about money because it's very essential. People who say they don't care about money or whatever, it's just dumb. It's fucking lie, bro. You need that shit.
You need it.
You need that shit.
You
need it.
Exactly.
Like, especially in a state like New York, especially in the world too. Like in New York though, it's like you need
crazy
money
up here.
Like, you have to fucking work. You're gonna get put out of your place. You're not gonna have a car. You're not gonna have a lot of things.
You will get evicted and repoed quick.
You will get. You're gonna go homeless.
100%.
You're gonna 100% go homeless. They don't give a fuck. The banks, whatever, they don't care. So you need that. You know what I mean? So people always say they don't need, man. Whatever, bro. Like, cool. Well,
Well, you know what? It brings up a good thing. You know, I was talking this morning to a good guy, Devon Harris. Thank you very much. He's a real estate guy.
That's very nice.
He's an old friend from high school. And I was looking at an office space this morning, and we were just like talking about, you know, what we were doing and all this kind of shit. And, you know, we were talking about, like, I guess the philosophy of, like, giving, kind of. And, you know, there's a constant thing you always come up with when you talk with people like that who understand, you know, the concept of giving and what you get back. You always give more so you can get more.
Yeah.
The more you give, regardless of whether it's a Chipotle bowl, regardless of whether it's a bacon, egg, and cheese, or if you're donating $1 million.
Yeah.
Whether it's emotional satisfaction, monetary donations in the future given to you, or whatever, you will get back.
You'll get it back.
You will get back. You think of it as not just a donation, but an investment in yourself. You know what I mean? An investment in an other, and an investment in yourself as well.
Yes. I feel like because of all the good I've done over the years, makes my life a little bit easier, and I feel like that's why I'm able to be the way I am. Good man. Because I'm always constantly giving so much, and I feel like that's what makes me, like, being able to get over things and being okay with a lot of things, but not okay as in you're accepting it, but okay with adjusting and okay with adapting, okay with moving forward, and being happy. I just feel like, you know what I mean, I just feel like it's very important in this world, in this day and age, to just be kind and be nice to people, bro. You know what I mean, in general, because there's a lot of fucking hate, there's a lot of crazy shit going on. You know what I mean? So that's just the way I grew up, though. I'm from Jamaica. We just smoke weed and have fun.
Weak.
Yeah.
Well, the cameras went off.
Yeah.
This is the thing I'm gonna have to solve one day.
Yeah, you got it.
But you can keep talking. You know what? Tell everyone about, you know, your struggles in, like, Jamaica and all that, and where you came from, and just the general hardships of being from such a place.
Oh yeah, I came up in Jamaica, and obviously it's a third world country, so you have a lot of poverty and stuff there. But, like, you know what I mean, I grew up. I was never like the poorest kid, but I never had it all. Like, you would always wish for stuff that I could never had, you know, at that time. But, like, you know, I mean, I went through it, and it was all right. He taught me a lot of lessons. I learned a lot growing up in a country like that, and I think it's very valuable, very, very valuable to grow up in a country, like, even to people who take vacations and stuff and go to, like, third world countries and whatsoever. I think it's very important to see how people live.
100%.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's like that saying you say, what is it? You work to live, or you live to work.
Oh, yeah.
You live to work, you know what I mean? So it's more laid back, it's more fun, more relaxing, and we're still productive. I don't know. Jamaicans are smart, man. That's one thing with us. You go to Jamaica, there's so much entrepreneur. I don't know if there's so much that there's like everyone has their own like the markets and stuff. Everybody do their own farming, trying to sell. Like there's so much small entrepreneurs. Like we're a land of entrepreneurs and a land of like go getters.
True.
So it taught me a lot just growing up in that country, you know, and you grow up in a way like you see a lot of things that a lot of people haven't seen. You see poverty, you see people struggling, you see like I don't know, man, it's just different. It's like more if you have to go through it to like see what I'm saying. But like
you struggled through a lot of poverty, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean. So you know what I mean,
you still are.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I feel that.
You know what I mean. So I don't think I'll ever be able to not struggle through poverty until I am a millionaire.
True.
Because I believe in living below your means.
Always. And
I always live way below my means. And I never do something until I have like 4 times or like 5 times that amount of money or like whatever. Until I decide I'm going to get this or I'm going to do this or like what. You know what I mean? And I think that's very important to understand money. Money is a very important skill. Yeah, man. But the way I grew up is like my dad it was alright, but like he just spent all his money on his house and shit. He's still building, but like it's all good. You know what I mean. I was hungry a lot, but like I never starved. You know what I mean. But I was hungry.
Wow.
I couldn't. You know what I mean. There was limited shit.
That is
wild. I mean, it was limited. It was more of like, are you gonna get a pound of this, or you know, you're gonna get this today. We bought food to cook that day, if that makes sense. Like
100%.
you know, like sometimes we go to supermarket. I go to supermarket now. I buy food for the whole fucking week.
Of course, yeah.
Right. You go to the shop every day to buy food because that's when you made that money.
That's insane.
You know what I mean? So you're not living past you're not like thinking ahead. You have to think today, and then tomorrow comes. Then you have to work on tomorrow, and then tomorrow. So there could be a day where you don't have a lot of money to get no more rice, and you have to fucking scrape the bottom of that pot. We call it the bun.
The bun. The bun.
Yeah, the bun. Exactly, the burn part of the pot, like the bottom part. Yeah, so it's fun, girl. There's so much freedom, bro. There's a lot of freedom growing up in Jamaica, though, man. But like,
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot of freedom. It's like, you know, you get to grow your own food. You get to go to a lot of rivers. It's tropical. It's not snowing and shit.
That's fire.
I'm not fucking tripping.
It's like where my family's from.
Yeah.
Yeah, my family's from like an island in off the coast of Portugal.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
so
yeah,
it's a lot rainier than I imagine than Jamaica is.
I think Portugal. It's a little bit more like rainier.
Like the island where they live is like the winter is fucking rain all the time. But like the summer is like
phenomenal beauty.
I haven't been there during the summer yet though. I'm so tight.
Didn't you say you were going to go over there or something like that?
Yeah, I was supposed to move there.
Yeah.
But for those of you who didn't know, I was going to last year in July 22nd. I had my ticket booked to go to fucking Portugal and live there for like 6 months or whatever. But then the pandy hit.
Yeah.
And then all my plans just went right out the window.
This fucking pandemic, it builds up, broke a lot of things up, fixed a lot of things up, made a lot of people, break a lot of people.
It made me.
Yeah, it made me way better.
In what ways?
Mentally and physically. Like I came out of this damn thing, and I'm still in it, but like obviously we're still in it, but we're at the tail end kind of, I think.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. Yeah, like a lot of things I never thought I would do in a pandemic. It's like when you have a lot of free time to find yourself. That's why I like floating. Because when I float, Floatopia. When I float, man, and I have the sensor deprivation tank, it's only you, no phone, no lights, no technology. You just in there, you just float.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's dark room. It's just you, your mind, yourself. Just think about a bunch of stuff. Whatever you're going through life, you take that hour and a half to think about all the stuff that you're going through and try to weave through them and try to solve those problems and try to, you know, just work on it. You know what I mean? Which is a pretty good thing. I feel like a lot of us nowadays, you know, we're so like go, and we're always on our phone.
Yeah.
We don't take the time out to like to be aware for mental health. And I think although I'm going through shit I think that's where I'm mastering myself is my mental health. So I'm very aware of like myself. I'm very aware of my weakness too.
Same.
Sometimes I have weak moments, and I see them, and then I just chill. I take a step back, and I'm like, I think about them, and I think about solution to those moments. Why do I have them? Why am I thinking about them? Think about other people, my life, and just in general, like why? Just why? Ask myself why. Why did you have that moment of weakness? Like why do you think that in that moment? And then when I encounter that moment again, I might have a different reaction, or maybe I don't. Maybe I react similar, and then I have to figure it out again. But that's just life, right?
It's something that everyone struggles with. You know, I always had a big problem when I was younger, at least, you know, like high school to probably when I was about 19. I had a problem like understanding not only my weaknesses, but just a lot of the bad points about me, you know, like I was a very cocky guy, always cocky, and a very selfish, very, very selfish person. You know,
who's that guy now?
that guy's dead.
Yeah, where is he?
I killed that man.
Yeah, man, he's not here no more.
No, I had to kill that guy, you know, because it ruined a lot of good things for me, you know. It ruined a lot of relationships, ruined a lot of friendships, and it all came from myself, though. You know, it wasn't a matter of just environment.
Yeah,
it was
self-inflicted. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, it was not a matter of because I grew up, you know, for the situation that I do have in my house. I grew up in a great home. You know,
yes.
The only negative thing is that my father can't walk. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
But it's on me at sometimes, you know, to be the man and to understand how to be a man, because I didn't really, for me at least, you know, my brothers, I don't know. I never really asked them, but you know, I had to really teach myself how to be a man. I was kind of raised a lot by my mom, and so. I know this is probably going to get me a lot of flack, but I personally believe there is a yin and yang, and you have to have both the masculine and the feminine, you know, from your parents in order to fully develop. And I'm not saying that like you can't get that from your mom or just your dad or two moms, two dads, but
nah, it's definitely easier, bro. That's why there's a man and a woman. It's definitely way much more easier. That's the way it's like that, and you obviously can. There's obviously everything to make it simple. There's obviously everything.
Of course.
There's women that are stronger than men. There's men that are stronger than women.
Like my mom.
Yeah, exactly. There's like strong women. There's weak men. Like there's a little bit of everything, but to simplify everything, it definitely helps having like both parents.
100%.
You know what I mean? It 100% helps.
Regardless, it could be two women, two men.
Two men.
You have to have both parents.
Because no two people are usually similar. They're similar, but like they have a little difference that you could adjust. Like as we were saying about back to the coaches, that all of the coaches are different. So it helps having a bunch of different coaches that give you input on different things. Then you'll learn different things. And all of those coaches have different personalities. You know what I mean? Brian is a little bit like introvert. He doesn't like talking too much. He like chill. Yeah. Ryan is always messing around. Greg asks weird ass questions. You know what I mean? It's like so you get to like learn, and it's like parents. It's like for me growing up, my mom traveled and worked a lot. So she traveled overseas and worked a lot. My dad, I lived with my dad. It was weird. I have both of my parents, but I lived with my dad like for like 6 years, and then I didn't live with my dad anymore. Then my mom came back to Jamaica and lived, and then I lived with my mom for like 6 years.
Yeah.
And then I came here, and it's just like I live with, and then I actually went back to my dad 2 years, and then I came here. So it's like I live with my dad half of the time, and then live with my mom half of the time. So it's like I don't know. I believe not having my mom taught me a lot of things that my dad didn't do. Like my mom taught me how to like be like responsible kind of. Yeah. Like I'm a very responsible dude, so like I know a lot of like small things. Like you'll catch me like cooking and fucking cleaning and all this extra shit. Like my mom always, and then I used to get like, you know, it's Jamaica, so I can't talk about this. You get some fucking lash and some whoop with some belt if you don't clean your room and shit.
Damn.
Yeah, I grew up like that, but
damn.
Yeah, my mom used to do that, and it's nowadays it's good. Because I remember growing up too, when I used to wash my clothes, you have to wash your clothes, hand wash that shit with brushes, and I used to get stain in my khaki clothes, because you know you wear khaki to school in Jamaica, it's like uniform. I used to get stain in my uniform, man. Every time I would get a stain in my uniform, I used to be like, fuck, bro.
Because you were gonna get the lashing.
Yeah, because I had to wash that shit out. It should take
shit.
forever to wash out, bro. I'm like, yo, it should take forever. And sometimes, there's a lot of grass. So if you slid on the grass, it gets like the green on.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, bro. I hate those. I'm like, these are about to get crazy. So my mom taught me a lot about it, and I had a lot of sisters. A lot of sisters. Yeah.
I mean, wow.
I grew up
How many?
I have 4 sisters.
Shit, man,
yeah,
that's
a lot
crazy.
of sisters. Yeah.
So you grew up in a very feminine.
I grew up.
house.
Yeah, I grew up in a. And my brothers were there too, but it's like
How many brothers do you have?
I had 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nick. Yeah, I had 3. Yeah. Obviously, I have 2 now because one passed. But yeah, I had 3, and yeah, but like, I grew up in a very like women kind of environment, and it's funny. Like, funnily, I like hanging out with a lot of women nowadays too. Like, I don't know what about women, not for so like other, not for other purposes, but for some reason I like cello. But I think they're spontaneous and fun sometimes. Sometimes they're more than the guys. But I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? There's something about girls that you can't get with guys.
It's
like that emotional shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Not only that, it's just like.
They're a little bit, they're fascinating.
They're always like, you always get to like understand their perspective about like guys and shit.
Exactly.
And so like you get to adjust your behavior in that way.
Yeah. I feel like that's why I'm like, I have a girl, but like that's what I'm good with, like women in general, because I grew up with my mom.
You a flirtster?
Yeah, nah. I'm just good in general. I'm just good at taking care of women, bro. Like just like understanding what's going on, like. Sometimes it's still tough, like,
of course,
no relationship or nothing. Like, sometimes you get crazy shit, but like, for the most part, like, I understand where they're coming from. I get it. You know what I mean? Because I grew up and I had that perspective of my mom, and understand how to do a lot of things that women growing up doing. I do them too. You know what I mean? Laundries and whatever, like I do that too, so I get like where they're coming from. And to be honest, I do laundry more than even my girl and whatever in my house. Like I do all that shit, bro. Like I'm
girls,
heavy with
women
cleaning.
in the Western countries, they don't have to,
There's
a lot more choice.
There's a lot more choice. Yeah. So like, you know what I mean? And I just feel like it's good to be well rounded in life in general.
Oh, 100%.
So regardless of what you're doing, it's 100%. Good to be well rounded, man. But with my dad too, is like he just, I don't know. I could have went to school whenever I wanted to go to school. Like I'd get up and say, "Yo, Dad, hey man, today in the day I ain't going to
school today, bro."
And he's like, "Cool, come help me mix some cement or some shit."
Because
he's construction work.
So you were just working.
So I just do construction work. That's one of the things I got my strength from too, bro.
Francis Ngannou shit.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm not like gonna be the biggest middleweight. But like, let me grab you real quick. You know what I mean? Like I'm very like I'm very
shoot
strong.
My straight cross down the pipe.
I'm very strong. Yeah, right. I'm very strong for like I just don't have no waste of my bodies. Like I grew up like I grew up with chickens and shit. My dad used to raise chicken. I used to bring the feed on my shoulders and shit, the cement on my shoulder. Like I grew up that way. So my dad is more like a labor guy, to say the least. Like he's more of like construction. If my dad had the choice, I would have been a construction worker. He's just that old school kind of guy, like, you know what I mean, do it yourself kind of, you know what I mean?
It's like my father.
My mom is more like, go out in the world, explore these things, this is that, you know what I mean?
It's funny actually, because both my parents are like that. My father was always, he was a construction worker before, he couldn't walk anymore. My grandfather owned a construction company. He actually emigrated from Portugal. And over time he built up a construction company. Nice. And he wanted my father to keep it going, but he couldn't. And so I'm sure that there's some part of my father that wanted me to go into a trade or go into construction. But then there's also, him and I are very similar in the way that like we're very adventurous. We love like the thrill seeking and shit, and just like exploring. And the same thing with my mom. Like both of them, they always told me, do whatever you feel is going to make you happy. They never told me you have to go to college. I had an uncle who did that, and he was coming from a very good place, but I didn't take it that way because I always just wanted to go out and explore the world. But my parents gave me that.
Yeah, but like, listen, man, I have a couple problems with society and school, just school in general, just school.
100%. All right?
This is gonna tie into what you're saying. I feel like in high school, they should make a class that teach you about actual real life stuff, like your credit score, real estate, like tax. Like they should make like these classes. Because although I know it's very important, history is cool to learn your history,
100%.
but there's a lot of classes in school that I learn about a bunch of shit that I don't use it. Like I just don't use it. Well, and I feel like I just feel like it's very important to. It helps you understand yourself. Because it helps you learn more about, like, do more classes that teach you about yourself. So you're not going into college, like, just jumping into a major that you actually ended up in the future don't use, or, like, you don't understand yourself. Because I feel like a lot of us, like, in our 20s and so, we try to figure out, like, who we are. We spend majority of it when we probably shouldn't have known that, or we had like 18, 20 years of that. And no one like directed us in the way of like, that's what we went to school for. We get early ass morning, go to school, and on a bus or driving there or whatever, listen to a bunch of classes, right? Which is good. Education is very important. 100%. All right. I just feel like some education stuff need to be adjusted. Yeah. Especially in New York, man. Like in the US. Because this country is different.
Very hustle.
This is different. This is a very different country.
Well, I want to tell you two places where I disagree with you. I disagree with you first with how you say we should have these classes about, you know, real estate and taxes and credit score and all that. So they do in American high schools, you know, as you know, they do have those electives that you can choose to.
Yeah,
I know
they have
obviously
the electives.
It's not a main class, but I did choose those electives, and personally, I think I speak for a lot of American students when I say we just didn't pay attention. You know,
that's
what I mean,
fine.
We learned these skills, and even though we were in these classes, a lot of them were pretty fucking cool for a lot of people. But most of the people, I can tell you, did not pay attention and did not care, and that information did not soak because they treated it like any other class.
That's cool.
So that's the first thing I would say I disagree with personally. Yeah. And the second thing is, like, I don't think that high school is the place to really 100% find yourself, nor is college. I think that, you know, given the luxury that we're given as people in Western countries, you know, even some of the lower middle class people, even some people who would be considered under the poverty threshold are able to travel. You know, maybe not out of the country, but you can still travel the country and still, you know, like make it around and do the things you want to do. And that's where I think people really find themselves, is when they have to put themselves out there and they have to really do things on their own, you know. And in high school, you don't get that. In high school and college, you're kind of less in college, but in high school, you know, you're very directed. You have a schedule, you have a routine. You wake up this time, and then on the weekends, you fuck off. Yeah.
But like, all right, here's the thing. As I said, I grew up different from you.
100%.
You know, 100%. All right, but look. The thing is, like, what I'm saying is, like, you don't completely need to know who you are, but you need to have an idea of who you are. You 100%. Still don't know who the fuck you are.
I agree with that.
I still don't know who I am yet. I don't
know, bro.
No. What I'm saying is, like, you have a lot more life to live.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
So there's a lot of experiences you don't have. You think you do. That's why I always tell people, you think you do, but you don't.
I agree with that.
Because there's a lot of things that could happen. You doing this podcast, there's a lot of things that could happen that could change who you are as a person today.
100%.
Okay? So when I'm saying, like, listen, bro, I learned how to read in, like, for a couple of years, like, whatever. I didn't do no school when I was in Jamaica, right? And I did whatever. I came here, couldn't read, whatever, and I did all that, right? And I've accomplished a lot of things. Right? A lot, right? And I'm a heavy reader now. So look, what I'm saying though is, like, I just feel like all schools should have those electives. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you.
I'm not saying, because I went to John Glenn too, and John Glenn has a class called Career Development, where you had the opportunity to go on this website and they teach you, it tells you about different careers and what could fit you. I'm saying that it's very important to have that, because how much did you went to college?
For 1 year.
Exactly. How much people did not went to, but how much people come out of high school? I didn't too, and they did not go to college. What I'm saying is, like, some little bit of life experience kind of classes that are electives. It's your choice at the end of the day. Yeah. Listen, survival of the fucking fittest, regardless of what, bro.
Yeah. No, you're 100%.
People who really want to learn about life and want to do the right things is gonna do the right things. But you're always gonna have people that don't want to do it.
100%.
So if you want to slack off and you don't want to pass your class, listen. The guys who were in high school, listen. But look, put it on a grand scale. All the guys everybody in high school, girls, whatever, right? You know the guys who didn't do class and they didn't do classes, but what? A lot of people did do it, right? But there's a lot of people who just decided, fuck it, fuck school. I don't want to do school. I just want to go in the back of the school and smoke, or I want to do this. At the end of the day, right? Those guys compared to who did class and who were more focused, and compared to those guys to the guys who now, like, where are they at now?
True.
And I still see guys that did the same shit in high school. They're doing it right now.
Yeah,
and
there's plenty of people who never changed.
Exactly. So I think it's more for I think it just should be a choice. Because I know I would have took those classes.
Yeah.
Listen, I wish I knew about stocks and credit score, because I ruined my credit score. I just billing back my credit score. That's what I'm saying.
Get out of here.
I ruined my credit score. Bad. So I wish I knew about those stuff. I'm an investor too. In my head, I'm always a business. I never wanted to work for people. That's the number one thing. I always trying to build my own stuff, right?
100%.
For me, I think those classes would have been good, because I come from Jamaica too. Like, listen, what if you have a bunch? Yeah, there's Jamaica in America. You have a lot of kids that are coming over here from different countries, and they don't know what the fuck credit score is.
Yeah,
and a lot of things. So for me, it would be helpful. I'm just saying it should be elective, because I didn't have a choice.
Yeah,
or I didn't have a choice at all. It was just shit wasn't there.
Yeah.
But if it was in a lot of school, because John, it's very important to know your credit. It's your credit is your life in America.
No. Listen, bro, I agree with you.
Your credit is your life in America. You can't get nothing without your credit.
100%.
It's like nothing substantial. You legitimately can't. They're like, all right, cool. Here's the interest rate. Oh, you're gonna pay 50 times whatever this is worth. It's worth $1,000, but you're gonna pay 20 because your credit score.
Well,
sucks.
This is why I have a big problem with colleges in America, and not only just it's not so much just the colleges though. It's the individual choices of people to take on loans that they don't understand at a certain age, bro.
That's another thing. Financial things, bro.
But that's why I don't think
important.
We shouldn't be encouraging college so much. Like everyone always talks about. You know how like people are like Sweden and Denmark and all those countries over there. They're like, oh, they have like the highest tax rates, but they're doing so well and they have free university. But like people have to understand, those countries are very entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
Like Denmark has some of the like it's so easy to open a business is what I'm trying to say, and it's so easy to try to build yourself. They encourage you to do that.
Yes.
But over here, they kind of encourage you to go to college, get a stable job, but they just want you to be a cog in the machine.
They want you to get a job.
They don't want you to create.
Yeah, they don't want you to create. It's it's the most sophisticated system. Because you can't. It's hard to get out of it too.
Oh, very.
Because your parents grew up in it. They want you to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I told my mom what I was gonna do with stuff, she's scared as shit. Like, no, my mom didn't.
Same here, man.
But I'm all right ish. I'm doing just love. I'm all right.
You're good.
I'm not dying.
Listen, bro. You
so it's like
you're out here grinding regardless. You're out here doing what you love.
Exactly, and I feel like that's very important. And I think that's another thing why I'm always happy and why I'm always the way I am, because I am doing things that makes me happy. Being here with you, I don't feel like I'm podcast with John, bro.
Yeah, okay. I saw you in the car.
See how
my God.
I gotta do this shit. See what I'm saying? It's like we're doing things that makes us as human. And the thing with me is like when my brother passing, I know that I knew at any moment your life could go. So I want to live every day doing something I love. If I leave this podcast right now, God's willing cross, it's not gonna happen, and I pass away. I left doing stuff. I left loving my family. Took care of my mom this morning, called my dad up. Like I left talking to my friends. Like I left like caring and enjoying my life. I don't want to leave knowing that I'm not gonna know, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like leave in a bad kind of way. So I just live life just trying to live it to the fullest and trying to be as happy as possible. And just quick back to the stock stuff. I just feel like if I knew, listen, man, I'd have so much money if I knew about stocks before I do it, because man introduced me to stock like 5 years ago, and I was like, what is this guy talking about, bro? This kid he's going crazy. He's talking about margin. I'm like, hey, bro, first of all, I don't like borrowing no money from nobody, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of margin investing.
Margin,
bro.
yeah.
Definitely not a fan of margin investing.
Yeah, so I was like, but I'm so into. There you go again.
One of the cameras did. It's all good. I'm just gonna restart them. But no, you were saying.
Yeah, I said I wish I knew like more about like stock and investing. Because actually, that's what I'm more interested in now. Like, that's like my third thing now. It's training people, fighting, and stocks. Those are like my hobbies, you know what I mean? And those are my favorite things right now. So I wish I knew more about stocks. I'm still scared of options and stuff. Okay. I know how it works, but I still scared, like scared, and not scared as in, oh my God, I'm scared of it, but scared as in like the knowledge and the understanding more of it. So I'm reading a lot about it still, and I'm trying to get into it. But like that's kind of me. Stuff like that fascinates me, and that's why. Yeah, I don't know. I like the stock market. I like Tesla, bro.
Oh, I love
Tesla.
Let me tell you something. Crazy. Elon Musk is he's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, man.
I ain't friends with him. He's a friend of mine.
He's a really great friend.
You invested in Dogecoin by any chance?
I was about to say, like, I invested in Dogecoin when it was 0.20, right?
Yeah.
And I sold at 0.86, right?
Okay.
0.6, and
okay.
I'm regretting it now.
Yeah, bro.
Like big time.
Yeah.
Because he went back down to 53.
Did you see it this morning?
0.53. It was at 30, bro. It was like 30 cents.
It was at 47 cents this morning, bro.
Oh my God.
Bro. You want to talk about, I almost shit myself this morning, bro. I was fucking looking at the thing, and I didn't even know what to do with myself. Like, no, I'm serious, bro. Like,
no, I know what you're feeling.
Like, I'm like looking at, I'm not gonna say the number.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah,
but,
yeah.
you know,
Look at it.
I'm looking at a number where I could buy a Tesla.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
like, damn, bro.
I'm like, okay, I'm about to sell my fucking Tacoma and go buy a Tesla right now. It's a stupid decision. But,
I know.
It's just like, oh my God.
It's just a thought. It's not gonna happen. I get what you're saying. But it's like one of those things, like, damn, I could do this, but you're not gonna actually do it. I get
exactly.
It.
It's just crazy to look at it. You know what I mean? And to see the amount. I've passed my monthly goal already, and that's such a great thing for me already.
I feel like
because I'm like, wow, I can't believe amazing. That. I can't believe that I've even made enough to, I guess, survive. Honestly,
yeah.
You know,
and that's important.
That's already a struggle.
You did it, man. You made that decision. That was all you, pretty much. And then the market just worked for you. That was you made that decision, because you could have made my decision and fucking sell that shit. Well, I sold it early.
Yeah.
Right? And now I'm like looking at it like, oh, motherfucker. You know what I mean? I was showing, bro, if I was in it, I was like, I would have been so good right now. Like, listen, just some extra cash. But like, at the end of the day, what I know about the stock market, there will always be more plays, you know.
Oh, always.
Always be more plays.
If not today, it'll be tomorrow.
It'll be tomorrow. Eventually, it'll be. The only stock I invest, two stocks I'm heavy in, which I'm not going to sell. I made it. It's Apple, because I love iPhones, and I feel like I'm just with Apple and Tesla. Yeah. I'm with Apple and Tesla all through the way, thick and thin. Tesla dropping the fucking $580. I'm looking at it like, bitch.
Oh, dude, I made a lot of money off that.
Yeah, and I bought some more. That's the only positive about it. It's dropping. Anytime, it up right now. My portfolio look really good because I'm looking at the money. I'm like, that shit looks dope. But like, if it drops, I'm like, yeah, that should look ugly, but straight up, that's an opportunity, because you know, my average cost basis isn't going to go up, you know, it's still going to stay low. So
no, that's something I love about Tesla. Like Tesla always, it's very volatile.
That shit could go up like 100.
Yeah, it's weirdly volatile stock.
It's a weird volatile, but it will never go below like 580 or something.
I hope it does, bro. Shit, I would love for Tesla.
If it does,
I would get another call option on that bitch any day.
I first bought it when it was at $425.
Wow.
Like, that's all I got it. And then, you know, that's when I first got into it. I bought 2 stocks. I just bought 2 because I didn't have a lot of money. So I was like, all right, I'm going to put $1,000 in there.
It is a lot of money, though.
I use it as my saving account. Tesla is like
good man.
Tesla and Apple is literally my savings account. So all the money I think I'm going to save, I just put it in there. And I just leave it. I just have it there as a saving account. My saving account, like, regardless of how much plus it's that, because it's definitely going to give me more than an average bank.
Yeah.
Like your 1%, your 0.2%, whatever. It's not going to be enough. Like, it's going to be enough, but it's not going to be as much as the stock market.
Yeah.
Even though it looks shady sometimes, over the period of time, you still gain way much more, even in ETFs and REITs or whatever, than you would in a normal bank account. So I just put it there, leave it. I don't remember it. I don't care. I look at everything. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. You know what I mean? It's not my money. It's not my mony. First of all, it takes way too long to even transfer that shit out. So I can't even get it.
Yeah, don't even.
That's a good thing.
Don't even get me started.
That's a good thing with me because I can't get the money now. I have to wait 5 days to get that shit, or 2 to 3 days to get it out.
Dude.
So it's like I can't spend it regardless. So I see it, but I can't spend it. So at the end of the day, it keeps me away from spending it, kind of. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because impulsive spending, I'm like, shit, I want shit now.
I have a weakness with that.
Oh yeah.
I definitely have a weakness with impulsive spending for sure.
I do too.
I've made some very stupid purchases in my day.
I do too. I did more back then, but now I do purchases that makes me kind of not crazy purchases. That makes me like more happier. I don't know what. Like you see my car. Like my car. Like all right, look. I was gonna get a different car.
Interesting.
I was gonna get a different car, and I was like, why would I get a car that I'm gonna put more money down on a loan, and I'm gonna be owned by the bank, and have a car that I'm legit like $5,000 on the car to pay off. Like I'm like, all right, bro, like it's $5,000. Like I have that money, I can just pay it off, and that's the cool thing. I was like, I can pay that car off at any moment, right? And then I was like, all right, cool, I can pay this car off at any moment. I wanted the car to look nicer, so I was like, I'm just gonna make it look nicer, and it's my car. I'm gonna finish paying it off. Yeah. I'm gonna finish paying it off, but I'm gonna have it for years more. I'm gonna run it all the way through, and I'm gonna save all the extra money that I would have been taking out a new car and spending on this and that. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna keep the car. First of all, the car hasn't given me any problem too. Those are the things that I'm like. First of all, that's
a blessing.
Never broke down on me. Never ever.
That's a blessing.
And knock on anything.
Yeah.
Never did.
Definitely
never did. Nothing. Great car. Comfortable. It does everything that I want to do. It takes me to places. Takes me back. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like understanding those things. So I decided to make it like, all right, cool. Make it look cooler a little bit. You know what I mean? And then that's it. That's my car. Like I have it for another like 5 to 6, 10 years. I'll just keep it until I fucking put 200,000 miles or more in, until the rotor goes or anything, the engine goes.
Look,
and even then I can buy a new engine.
That shit's looking fresh.
Regardless, it's looking fresh.
It looks like fucking. Nice. It looks like fucking Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. It's like a lower hand floored Lamborghini look. You know, it's like I'm making it.
That was interesting, bro.
Yeah,
the black rims. That was an interesting choice, bro.
Yeah. Because it's black. I was gonna go
chrome. A quick buck,
I was gonna be chrome, so I was like, whatever. I just put. So I just started like, you know what I mean? And I think nowadays I'm just better at my money because I don't have a shit ton of money, but I have enough money to live. But I also just know how to spend money properly. I do purchase a lot still, but like it's only things I know I can monetize it and I can make money back off it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or what's gonna make me a little bit more happier, more comfy.
True.
Because like, you know, my car, cool. I got rims on it. I'm just gonna drive on it, whatever. But I don't know. I just like my car now. It's like, cool.
I'm dead.
I want it more. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Rather than, I mean, I love it before, but now I'm like, shit, that look cool. I want to drive it more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like weird, small little things. But and the thing with me is like, I don't spend a lot of money on myself. It's more money of like stuff that, unless I need it. Like my shoes that I have on too. Like my clothes I buy. My girl just buy all my shoes for me because I just don't buy shoes. I just wear shoes. Like all the dope ass sneakers I have, my Yeezys, all that shit. My girl buys them. And then I'm like,
your girl bought you Yeezys?
Yeah, bro. She buy me.
Well, where could I find one of her?
She's a great girl, bro.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Olivia. She a great girl.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, she gonna like that shout out.
Yeezys, bro?
Yeah, man. She's a great girl. Wow. And then with me, I just take her out to dinner and pretty much spend the same money on the Yeezys overall. Over a period of time with a bunch of dinners and shit. She gets it back.
It's compounded,
She's
bro.
compounded.
It's compounded.
It gets back easy
money.
That's
funny shit.
Easy money. Yeah, but like personally though, I just don't spend a lot of money on like material stuff. And my car is as material as I'll go. Nowadays, I think about, after I live in my apartment, I'm trying to buy a house.
Yeah.
Like I'm legitimately, like I'm not renting nowhere else. Like I want a house. So everything I'm about to go heavy in more privates and more training and more stuff. I want to build a whole program with everybody. That's cool. I just want to develop a bunch of world championship level fighters. And throughout that, I'm going to be able to get a good income and I'm be able to buy my house in the future. And I'm going to be able to open my gym and I'm going to be able to, you know, keep that running. And just gonna stay within martial arts, and
yeah,
this is my life. Martial arts is my life. Regardless of what happened with my fighting career, I'm gonna be in this bitch for a long time, bro. I'm gonna be in here for years. I'm gonna be in this thing until I can't no more, until the wheels fall off, right? And my brain is pretty good too, so I don't know, man. I have a killer memory still out. I've been knocked a few times. I don't forget shit. You know what I mean?
Good
I
man.
remember every single moment. So
yeah, I mean,
yeah, man. Just keeping it stable, bro.
The only advice, I mean, I know you don't really need advice, but
I need it, man.
the only advice I
shit.
would give you is get the fuck out of New York, bro. This place is terrible.
It's tough.
This
Because
place
I have
is
everything here.
going
I have
south.
you here. I have my gym here. I have all my people that I train here.
Bro.
That's the hardest part. Listen,
I feel that.
I want to go to Florida and train at Sanford MMA, which it's gonna happen.
Good man.
But like, it's very hard to do that when you're an amateur fighter and you're not making no money. You know what I mean? You had Tom on here yesterday, and he was not yesterday because I watched the podcast today.
Yesterday plus 2 weeks.
Yes, 2 weeks ago. Because I watched his podcast today.
Or last week.
Yeah, last week. Yeah. And he was telling you like it's hard. You have to work part time, and then you're training as full time, and then there's not enough money. Listen,
I appreciate you watching the podcast, by the way.
Nah, yeah, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
You're the
support
man.
the shit. I was subscribing support. I'm always like this shit.
You're the man, bro. But yeah, it is very tough.
Yeah, it's very tough as an amateur fighter. Now factoring going to Florida and paying rent for like a month or two or so on just to train. And then in a fight, it's MMA. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen?
Yeah,
you could lose your shit.
Such a
all
fucking
that,
crazy sport.
It's the wildest fucking sport ever.
Ever.
Because you don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
Never.
You know, you train hard. Listen, man, come on, man. I train very hard, bro. Like, I train very hard. And I'm very good, but
I was until my ankle.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, but you be all right, though. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, look at that. Fuck, knew your ankle was going. You went to train.
Oh, no, no one knew.
You didn't know you were going to leave with your whole ankle. Like, nah.
Who knew that when Anderson Silva stepped in the cage against Chris Weidman for the second time,
yeah, right,
that he was going to break his leg?
No one knew.
Who knew that Ben Askren was
Barrett's going to get flying in? Yo, no one know. By the way, who you got in that fight? Since we're talking about that, it's this weekend, right?
It is this weekend, yeah. So today, by the way, yeah, we're filming on the 16th of April. I'm probably going to put this out on Monday. So
that's fine.
I don't even know if that's like the 19th, 20th, or whatever. So tomorrow is April 17th, Saturday. First off, Whitaker versus Gastelum, great fight.
Oh yeah, that's
I got Whitaker.
Phenomenal. You got Whitaker.
Oh yeah, I got Whitaker in that one. Who you got in that one?
I got Whitaker too.
Good man.
I feel like no one beats him outside of Adesanya that easily.
Bro. Not even Costa.
He's like the gatekeeper. That's not a gatekeeper. Like he's like he will whoop your ass, kind of dude. Like he's like a champion that he just doesn't want to be like he doesn't. That's what I'm saying. Your fighting is weird. Because you have a guy that's so good like Whitaker, and he wants to be a champion, but he doesn't like what comes with it being a champion.
Yeah.
Then you have like Israel Adesanya who's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm a champion.
Man.
Like he embraces it. And then your Whitaker doesn't like all the extra stuff that comes with it. He just wants to be a family guy. He just wants to make his money.
He just wants to have a legacy.
Just that. And he's out. But the dude legitimately beat everybody in the division. Whitaker has fought everyone.
He's fought killers. Bro.
Everyone.
He's fought
everyone.
killers.
Name all the fighters.
Romero. The only person he really needs to fight besides Gastelum is Costa.
Oh yeah, right. And they weren't
that was this fight.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I can't wait to see on Monday if we're like totally wrong about these predictions.
Yeah, that's crazy. But like, listen, but everybody knows Kelvin is Kelvin though.
Oh yeah, Kelvin's nasty. He's got heavy
Kelvin
hands.
is another one that fought everybody.
But
he fought all the guys that possibly could fight, and he got really good hands. He got good wrestling too. He was originally a wrestler. So
I just think he's hot and cold.
Yeah, he's very hot and cold.
He's very Uriah Hall-esque.
He's very Uriah, but that's his best friend. Remember, he beat Uriah Hall on the Ultimate Fighter.
I never watched that season.
Yeah.
I didn't watch his season.
Yeah, when Uriah on and started spinning kick motherfuckers, and like, did you remember that spinning kick?
I do remember that.
That.
Well, boy. Nah, Uriah Hall.
Kelvin, I think Kelvin. They were on the same. They were on the same season.
I didn't know that.
Kelvin beat him, and then they were living together because fighters coming up, it's tough. So they used to live together. I think they're still best friends or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Nah, Kelvin Gastelum and Uriah Hall. I think they're best friends.
Wow.
If they're not best friend, he's his second best friend. I know they're really legit close.
That's sick.
Yeah, but he's very hot and cold, as you saying. But like, there's this fighting thing, man. You never know. The guys who you think was gonna do good don't go good. Guys who you think aren't gonna do good, and sometimes the guys you think is gonna do good do great. So it's like, who the fuck? Sometimes you just don't know, and that's why people. Sometimes you just don't know. That's why
you just don't know.
You just don't know. You know what I mean?
That's great.
And that's why it's very important to respect a lot of MMA fighters. And I don't like picking fights. Yeah, let me put this out there. I'll pick this fight, but I don't like picking fight because I've been on the winning side, been on the losing side. And I understand winning side, losing side. And I understand what it takes to be a fighter.
Yeah.
I'll pick I don't know, any other sport. I'll pick some team. I just cool. And they lose, I don't care. MMA, man,
I was just talking about that this morning.
It's just unpredictable, and it's like, it's just tough. And I respect every single woman and man that step in that cage and
of course
and fight, because I understand what they go through, you know what I mean, and the amount of emotions to cut and weight, you know what I mean. There's no sport you have to, like, other than wrestling and other sports that within martial arts, that you have to
combat sport
cut 35 pounds and kill yourself, starve yourself just to make weight, and then eat, and then try to get all that back in 24 to 36 or so hours before you
to go and fucking kill a man in a cage.
Try to lock yourself in a cage. After you try to kill yourself, right? Cool. You try to kill yourself one time, rehydrate, and then try to go kill yourself again.
That's crazy.
And walk in a cage, and you don't know what's gonna happen. You could get flying knee, you could get knocked out, you could get stopped, or worse, you could get beat up over a long period of time. Yeah. That's worse than even a knockout. Because you get beat up over like 15 minutes, you just get hit, and you're not giving up, but you just getting hit. That's just take years more than even getting clipped.
Unnecessary damage
over a long period of time.
Well, that's why I thought it was very. George St. Pierre actually addressed this on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, he was like, I'm almost through that. I have like an hour left.
Same, actually, but he made a very good point about when he was fighting Matt Serra and he tapped his strikes. He was like, I mean, like, people will call you a bitch.
Yes,
but that's just because people are stupid. You know what I mean? They don't understand what it feels like to be punched in the face repeatedly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I was with.
It's not fun.
Speaking of pooch,
tell you that
we were doing the MMA rounds the other day, and we were just doing like the light shit. Just like the grappling kind of.
Yeah.
But obviously you throw a little bit of strikes there. And at a certain point he mounted me and was just like raining down shots. But I told him to.
Yeah.
But it was just like, wow. I don't know if there's imagining that feeling. I just want to know what it felt like, to be in like that stressful situation. And it's like, wow, there's never been a more helpless feeling in my life.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. So slipping on your feet when people are just punching on you standing is cool, but try slipping when somebody's on top of you punching. The punches comes from weird angles too.
You can never predict it.
You want to throw ground and pound in weird angles because it's easy to block them. So you want to go up, you want to go around, you want to throw them loopy kind of. Because then it's very hard to like block when you're on your back. As I said, if someone have you mounted or they are in half guard or so on, and you're trying to rain down or posture situation, you don't have both of your feet to slip. You're stuck. So it's like you're just moving. So it's very hard to maneuver those things. It's a very crazy sport, but that's who I am, though. I think martial arts represents me very well. I'm a low-key a crazy motherfucker because I love the unpredictable of the sport. I'm just very intrigued by how is it possible to do so much but you don't get the results you want. And I feel like a lot of people in this world always wants to get the instant gratification of stuff. Oh, I did this, so I need you to tell me that I did great. Yeah, I did great. Oh my God, I did great. Look at this, that I got this trophy. Yay.
Look at me.
I'm so happy. Like a lot of people want instant gratification, and this is a sport. Hey man, you'll always get what you want, but when you do get it though, it's fucking amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. There's nothing like it in the world.
Yeah, Omar and I were talking about the other day. Like there's nothing like winning a fight.
There's nothing like it's tough, and people don't understand what it is, man. It's tough, like legitimately, because it's what makes a difference. So too is like a lot of people. It's fighting is a weird thing. Like you walk past a bunch of people play football or soccer and be like, all right, cool, it's soccer. Man, people start fighting. Everybody pull up. People start fighting. A whole crowd gonna gather. It's like, yo, it's fighting. There's just something about it. It's all within us.
Yeah,
it's all within us. But there's only a few of us that goes out there and actually do it.
You want to hear a funny story from middle school?
That's right.
It's about like the whole the crowd gathering and shit. And so in middle school, I don't even remember why I had beef with this kid or whatever.
Yeah.
And he said something during school, and at the end of the day, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go find him and I'm gonna go, beat him up or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I don't remember what happened, but what I do remember is like one person said, "Yo, he's gonna go beat his fucking ass," and then everyone was following me.
Oh yeah,
literally, like
that's all it takes.
The entire school is just behind you for like 3 minutes.
Nothing like a middle school or high school fight, man.
God,
There's
bro.
nothing like it. Everybody knows words spread quickly around the school too. Yo, they're about to fight, bro. Yo, that guy and that guy's about to fight. What? Where, bro? Like, let's go.
Yeah, we didn't end up fighting at all. But
yeah,
he's actually a really good guy.
Yeah,
you know, the person. But
that's funny because
it's
that's
like you find out years later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like all fighters, bro. Like, well, most fighters are really good. Like, if you meet a lot of I'm a fighter. It's weird saying this about fighters, but
no, it's true.
You know too. Like you're a fighter too. It's like It's like most of us are like super nice, chill, and nonchalant, like super guys, like nice, chill guys. And most people think we're like, oh, that guy is so crazy. He fights, punch people. He's probably mad, aggressive, or like rude, or like, man,
it's a load of shit.
Yeah, most of us are bad, chill. We're like, we never give like a lot of things that even people in a normal world would fight over. We don't care about that shit. Like we like nonchalant, like stuff you think would get mad over. We don't even get mad over. Like,
oh yeah,
it's very hard to get me mad. It's very hard to get me upset.
I get that.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's because I think it's just being aware of who you are too. You know. Well, back to awareness, you know.
Oh, 100%.
Aware of who you are and understand what you're capable of.
Exactly.
When you're a fighter, you know, I look at you arguing with me now and I know I can kill you, but like, I'm not gonna, you know, like, it's like that. It's like, all right, cool, bro. Congratulations. You just played yourself, but you don't know. But whatever you got to do, make you happy.
I'll let you live today.
I'll let you live today. Whatever, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's more of that, you know?
I hate hurting people though, you know, like that's such a terrible thing in my eyes. Like,
I
always hate.
Mm-hmm.
I always hate hurting people. Like,
yeah, I started that way.
Like sometimes, like I was speaking about it with Tom Pooch on the podcast last week, and the way I phrase it, like the way it came out sounded a little bit immature, but But to clarify myself, I don't enjoy when people are going hard in sparring, and you have to go hard back. That's not a thing I enjoy because I don't want to hurt the individual in front of me.
Yeah,
it's like you are in a situation that's so stressful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have no choice but to throw punches back when someone's going hard. Is what I was trying to get at. And you have to kind of like show them that you're not going to give up.
Yeah.
Even like if they're going very, very hard on you.
Yeah. So
and I hate doing that.
Yeah, it's tough. It's the mentality of them or me too. You have to have that mentality because look at it, right? If you're not going to do something to someone and someone is choosing to do something to you, you shouldn't feel bad about doing the same thing back to them. I get it if they're unaware. Tom was saying, if you didn't tell the guy you're sparring hard or whatever. But I feel like, listen, bro, I feel like it's a thing too. No one has ever gone with me and felt like they had to go hard because they're going with me. No one has ever done that to me.
Well, it's because you know your limit.
Exactly, but like no one has ever like sparred me and went crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's because
you're scary motherfucker.
Scary motherfucker. But no one has ever come up to me like, all right, I'm just gonna swing at this motherfucker. Like no one has ever done it to me.
They'd be stupid to do so.
Yeah, I'm always okay with the situation, but I've seen other guys like go crazy with other guys. Like I mean, like someone just started training and then for 5 months and then someone is new coming in, they're actually hit them with the jab and they feel like, oh, I've been training for 5 months, I should be able to hit you back. Boom. But it comes with a maturity. It's a maturity. Mistake. I feel like it's a maturity thing.
Yeah.
If I'm ever sparring and someone go crazy, quickly before I go into this, I feel like it's very important too to know who you're training with.
100%.
Because I don't just train with anybody. Like I go to Tuesday night or I go to Thursday nights or wherever I'm sparring, and I know who I'm gonna spar with. Like I'm not gonna spar with certain guys. I'm gonna spar with certain guys. Like I pick my partners when we spar. You know what I mean? Because I understand. I know they know what to do and what not to do.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? If I'm going with some random dude, I mean, I guess that's just my thing. Like I when I go with random people, I just do defense, bro. I go straight defense. I don't go offense. I let them throw a bunch of shit, weird shit, and I just block it. If they get crazy, I just hit them, and then they stop. You know what I mean? But I feel like you gotta have the mentality of whether it's him or you, because if you can have that for your training partners, you can have that for a guy when you go to fight them.
True.
It's very important. It's very important to be able to hurt your training partner without hurting them. without hurting them.
Yeah, true.
That just the mentality, because it's gonna be very
fuckers.
Yeah, it's gonna turn off again.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I gotta get this solved. I guess I probably gotta get like new cameras one day.
Yeah, no. That's most cameras. Your goes over 30, mine goes over 20. Yeah, mine goes over 20. It's fine.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, mine goes over 20. It's fine.
Dude,
but yeah,
it's just going wrong today. The cameras are going off.
It's fine. We've been talking for a long time.
Fell off my shit.
We've been talking for a little bit now, bro. The most important thing is the words that we're saying. It's not what's happening. That's the 100%. Words we're talking, and what we're talking about is more significant than the little things, you know.
And you were just making a good point about, like knowing who you're training with, and
knowing
when to turn on,
training partners, knowing turn on, turn off. I feel like it's very important because you have to have that switch when you go compete, because if you don't, you're gonna get run through like way quicker, and then you're already broken going into a fight because you don't want to hurt someone. But that's literally, like, that's what you're there to do. Like,
well, people don't understand too, like, how fucking difficult the camp is.
It is very difficult.
Like, you get injured,
you get
no matter
broken
what.
a lot, bro. I went through all camp. I can talk about it now. I went through all camp. You know this. I went through all camp with my whole rib was gone, bro. My whole rib was like my rib was like literally gone.
That's
like,
terrible.
I couldn't even train. Like, I just cardio, bag work. A lot of shit. I didn't get a lot of sparring around last camp. That's the only thing I'd be like, I couldn't get a lot of sparring around. But like, hey, that's no excuse, bro. I was alright.
That's not a terrible thing. That's
yeah,
a good thing.
But my hands are good regardless. Sparring or no sparring, like I'm alright. But like, I couldn't train. I do a lot of like other things. You know what I mean? The fight didn't play out long enough for me to know if that affected me throughout the camp. So I still don't know if it did or not, if you get what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, personally, I think it's a good thing not to spar too much.
Yeah.
And that's a problem I had in the past.
I'm glad you went back to that. Because I feel like technical sparring with small gloves for MMA, I think like maybe like 3 times a week, like technical sparring. And a few hard rounds with big gloves is very important.
Agreed.
But I feel like more technical sparring is better. More playful sparring. Like
hard on the grappling, but weak
like
on the
GSP
strikes.
does too. But like, that's what a lot of fighters do when they get older too. Like, a lot of guys, probably like you, Michael Chandler, like, you know, I knew it came up. Like, a lot of guys who are older now, and that's very good still, they're not sparring hard. Why do you already know how to fight? You've been knocked down before. You knock people down. You've been to decisions. You've been through wars. Like, I mean, you've been wrestling people. Like, you've been through it. You know what I mean? When you've been through something, you experience it. You've been through it. No one told you about it.
100%.
You've been through it. Like, you felt that. So at the end of the day, you know how I'd feel. My thing is, like, people always get like, oh, I want to feel what it feels like to get hit hard. Bro, first of all,
don't.
If you get hit hard multiple times, you know what it feels like.
I
get hit hard today. I'm like, all right, well, I know what it feels like. I don't like, oh, freak out. I just got hit. Like, no, like, I know what it feels like.
Stay composed.
Exactly. I get what it feels like. You don't have to do it multiple times where you're killing yourself. And this is already a bad sport where you could get knocked out and finish to the point where you're getting beat up in camp.
Die.
Exactly. You're getting so much damage in camp. And then you go out there. What if it's a long fight where you're getting beat up? That takes years off your thing, man. You're never going to be the same. So I think it's very important nowadays. And as I said, the sport is very new still, and it's young. And a lot of people used to kill each other back then with sparring. So a lot of people get injured, you know. Nowadays, it's much more, people are a little bit more smart about the sport. We're learning a lot. And we still learn a lot about the sport.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
All the time.
MMA math is still difficult. Still can't calculate. It's still difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, to your point, I feel like sparring with someone who's going crazy is good and bad. Because sometimes you can get a guy that spaz out and go crazy, so you can get some. Although it's bad, you can get different looks, so you can see different weird movements of somebody who doesn't really understand their body, and then you can get the guy who understands. It's very important to learn all the facets of the game.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. Regardless if someone is new or bad, but I feel like it's just important in general just to like have good training partners. Because you know, I just feel like that. And that's one thing I'm gonna do a lot more too. Like I do a lot more technical sparring with small gloves. I do it a lot, but like I'm gonna put like maybe like 2 more sessions in for my next campaign, more than I usually do. Yeah. I'm probably gonna spar Saturdays with those smaller guys who could be a little bit quicker.
I'll be there.
Yeah. I think I'd like sparring with those guys.
Fucking Brian was putting me in with the big guys, bro.
With Kiklo and all of them. Yeah,
dude.
I was like, yeah, and Connor.
I was like, it was a Saturday. It was when you were going.
Yeah. I remember that day.
I walked up to him. I was like, "Hey, Brian, you cool if I start going with the MMA guys anytime soon?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, you can start going with the big guys." And I was like, "No. I wanted to know if you think I'm ready to go with the MMA guys." And he's like, "Yeah, you can go with the big guys." And I was like, "Oh no."
So he was over there with Rob Rink, Robocop, Ice Rink. That's my guy, bro.
That's the man.
I have so much hours of training.
He's a
I
fucking
have the
beast,
most
bro.
hours of training with that guy. Like,
he's a stud, bro.
Everybody, yeah. He's like my A1 training partner when it comes to like grappling and just drilling. We go over so much together, yeah, man.
He's so dense too, like his muscles and his bones, bro. So when he hits
we're
you,
like opposite, which was cool too, because he's like short, stocky, built, and I'm like long, lengthy. We're both like super strong, but like I'm like long, rangy, and he's like short, stocky. So we're like opposite body type, which works out perfectly, because you know what I mean. We get to like experience the both kind of different body type within middleweight, because you're gonna have short, stocky guys, big, and then you're gonna have tall, lanky, 6'4", 6'2", like long, rangy guys. You know what I mean?
It's like when Kevin Holland was on Contender Series and he fought that little fucking.
Oh yeah.
What was his fucking name, bro?
I don't remember.
He was a little fucking stocky guy.
I remember what you're talking about.
He was just like massive biceps, bro, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
He was a beast though, bro. That guy was old too.
Nah, he was old, but he was a beast, man. Kevin Holland is another one that's so funny, but like that dude is just something else. I love that.
You mean brother Holland from Dagestan?
Ooh.
You know, there's like a joke going on around.
Oh yeah, to go to Dagestan.
He's gonna go to Dagestan.
Wrestling. Oh, brother, yeah. Kevin Holland is
nasty, bro.
You know what's funny about between Kevin Holland, right? How do I forget it? I can't forget his dude name. The dude Kevin Holland knocked out that knocked out Impa, Casanova spinning kick.
Oh, that fucking douchebag.
I should have forgotten his
name.
Joaquin Buckley. But it's funny is that scenario of how MMA works is what amazed me. Look, that dude did a spinning back kick, knocked this dude out, Impa, which is actually a trainer at Sanford MMA, a really great guy. He's like heavy into God. I follow him to sometimes reading his stuff. That dude is like that's like the definition of a respectable, kind soul that's in this brutal sport. All these posts is like Bible verses and you can do this, or like you're going through this but you can fight for this, or what positive. So good, right? And then he going to his next fight, got knocked out. It's like crazy how fighting works. It's like Kevin Holland knocked him out, he go into his fight, knock a guy out, then got that guy, spinning kick him on top of the world, go in his fight, level change, bomb, head kick. Him kick somebody in the face, guy head kicked out, knocked out, right? And it's like the other guy, Impa, which he just beat, just got a finish. And now he's on top.
Bro. He got a nice submission.
Yeah, he got a nice submission.
Impa's nasty, bro.
Now he's like up. So it's like, and now, look, Kevin Holland's like, what, 2-fight losing streak now?
Yes.
So it's like
2-fight.
Yeah, Brunson, and now your boy. You don't like it, but Italian Dream.
Sanford too, bro.
Yeah, Brunson's from Sanford.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, it's weirdo fighting Italian Dream.
That guy. That fucking
Vittori.
That ogre-looking motherfucker.
As much as people don't like him, I feel like he has a good game.
Oh yeah, bro. Come on. He's gonna
when he's on, he's
gonna give Israel a tough time.
Yeah, when he's on, I feel like he could be a champion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have no doubts in that. I truly believe that Marvin
he's
Vittori,
a dark horse. He's not a dark horse anymore, but he's like a guy that people don't.
I think he still is a dark horse.
Yeah, I think he still is a little bit.
I don't want him to be.
You know who's a dark ass? Nobody talking about Jared Cannonier. Ain't nobody talking about.
He is a dark horse,
people
bro.
People forgot Jared Cannonier is still in that
nasty,
division.
Bro. He's nasty.
People still forget he's still it.
He wasn't doing bad against Whitaker.
Dude, what crazy about that fight is the heart of that dude. That dude was on fucking roller skates. Yeah, he
put Whitaker on roller skates when he was rocked,
after
bro.
He was on roller skates.
That was nuts, bro. Like, and that's
was funny. It was crazy seeing him like fall. He legitimately went like 360, erotic, just falling all over. He just fighting, and then came back and hit Whitaker. Whitaker was like, shit.
He looked like DC against Jones too. when he got head kicked.
Oh,
and he was just like.
Oh yeah. DC is something else, bro. That's another fighter that gets knocked out a lot, but he's still like a GOAT. But it's like it's funny like how MMA works, bro. It's like it's crazy. Demetrius Johnson too, bro. Demetrius Johnson,
and he's not someone who has a suspect chin.
Nah,
his chin is not suspect, bro. Not in the slightest.
It's just like that was me and Adam game plan. Lever change when wrestlers lever changing, the uppercut, bro. Look at Curtis Blades. Curtis Blades and you're about to say Curtis Blades and
Derek
Lewis. All he did all that fight, all he wanted to do was throw the uppercut. He had his hand right here, like he had it. It was not like he was here and then. Oh, I'm about to. No. He had that shit. He was like, you lever change, right? And the moment he did it, it's just like, all right, well, he's sleeping. You know what I mean? It was crazy, but that's fighting, bro. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you're never ever gonna get the perfect fight.
You're never.
It's very, very rare where you where you get a Conor McGregor versus Joao. It's such a that's a phenomenon you don't achieve very often.
Yeah, it's very hard. But he's another one too. Like, look at his career now. Yeah, the Mac. But he's still the Mac.
He's not though.
He's still the Mac, as in you can't take away someone's accomplishment because they're losing fights. He's still a double champ. He's still the GOAT as far as the sport, like transcending the sport into what it is now. A lot of people are getting paid a lot more money because of Conor McGregor.
It's true.
A lot of people are dressing well now because of Conor McGregor.
That's truth.
A lot of people are marketing himself much more now because of Conor McGregor. So at the end of the day, Khabib would not be as big as Khabib is without Conor McGregor. A lot of people don't want to hear that.
Yeah, no,
but
it's such a
with
fact.
the fame Conor had and him beating him, he just absorbed all that. Say he wouldn't have that much followers. To the moon, man. And transcended him into a bigger superstar as Khabib is right now. So, you know what I mean?
I agree
they
with you
all
wholeheartedly.
piggyback off of each other. Yeah, I mean,
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah, man. So it's all right, man. This sport is crazy, but like
I love it though.
There's nothing else I would rather do with my life.
Sometimes I feel that way. But
Yeah.
You know, it is funny because sometimes I really do think I would be a fighter.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a matter of the brain damage.
Yeah, it's that's why I'm worried about myself, but I'm not. Here's why I'm worried about myself.
Tell me.
I'm worried about myself because I can't feel if I'm actually getting damaged from these fights or not, because I don't change. You know, like sometimes you get knocked down and I said your personality would change, or like you would feel something, or like you would feel a tiny bit off. I don't feel nothing. I feel as healthy as I was before the fight, and all of the fight I got stopped. I felt just as motivated. I felt just as happy. My brain works. I didn't forget nothing. I remember the moment after the fight, what the ref was saying to me. I was talking to him. I remember like moments, like at my last fight. I remember everything up to when I got knocked down and got back up. Like I remember every single thing after that. Walking out of the cage, putting on my sandals, talking to my girlfriend, walking over to talking to the guy that was talking about he's making geese, like taking a picture with him. I have a picture on my phone. To like talking to freaking OB's coaches after. Like I remember every single thing down to the T.
Yeah.
After. So it's like I'm not like losing time. So it scares me, and I'm warned because the brain is weird, you know what I mean? Like something crazy could be happening up there, but I don't know. That's what scares me. It's like I don't know because I feel so great. Yeah. Right? And I like nothing has changed really. Like I remember everything. So it's like that scares me, but like it's a very tough consequence that goes along with the sport. It's like your internal and your brain you could really go brain dead. Yeah, really go brain dead.
I don't mean to ask this in like a way like same, because I'm just asking this purely because of the fact that in your last two fights you did get knocked out. Yeah. Well, technically in the last one, I don't believe the last one was a knockout. But do you worry about your chin? You know, do you feel that your chin is suspect at all in any way?
I don't think my chin is suspect. I feel like I feel like my eyes are suspect. That's just crazy. I'm saying
weak.
Nah.
So it's a matter of like the problem.
No,
with
I have
vision?
eye problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind?
I can't see. Like I have like bad. Like my eyes are like they're flickering and stuff. I've been at that problem. I'll put that out there now because I'm fixing it. And I mean,
That's interesting.
I'm gonna fix it before I compete in my next fight. I'm probably, since I just say that shit, yeah, I'm about to take June off. I'm gonna fix it. Yeah, motherfucker, you out there watching this shit? I'm about to take
your next Triton opponent.
Yeah, I know you probably watching this shit. I'm gonna take off, but I cool. Like that ain't gonna help them regardless if I get my ass.
Yeah.
I could fucking be like this. Yeah, I'm gonna catch your ass.
Yeah,
but like, I have eye problems, and I'm not seeing my punches.
I see.
Even my girlfriend could have knocked me out if I don't see it. Anyone can knock you. Anybody, if you close your eyes and anyone hit you.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just like I can't see like what's going on. So it's not. I don't think I have a suspect chin, bro. I've been hit way harder in sparring by Hugh McKenna and Gotti, bro. Like
those motherfuckers hit hard.
Fucking Ryan LaFleur. Like I've been hit hard. Even that camp, me and LaFleur was going and he hit me with a clean shot, and I knew it was clean. And I was like, shaky.
Yeah.
I felt it. Like I've been hit very hard.
That was during the weight cut.
Yeah. I've been hit very hard. So okay. I don't think my chin is suspect. I just think I'm not seeing what the fuck I'm getting hit by.
I see.
Bro, if I see like what I'm getting hit by, it's not gonna kill. Bro, like even Nick Collins fight when he was throwing all his punches, like he was throwing clean punches. 2 times he caught me with 2 straight hands and I was like eating him. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Bro, as I said, bro, I have a solid skull and I'm a tough motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Like no one can hit me flush that easily. Like I see some shit and it's even throw it as hard as you want. And first of all, if you throw hard and I see it, I'm gonna block it.
You're gonna block it.
Yeah, I'm gonna slip. I'm too good for that shit. If I see it, I'm too good, bro. I'm gonna get out of the way.
I'm dead.
But like, I don't think I don't have a problem with my chin, and that's the thing too. Like, you would think like losing the fights that way, you would think like, all right, cool, this dude is good, but his chin is suspect. Like, I don't think my chin is suspect, and I'll fight no different than I'm fighting right now because I don't see a problem where I'm fighting. I just feel like I just need to be a little bit more aware of what's going on. I feel like I just feel like I need to see more stuff. So I have a plan though. Okay. I think I already solved it. I have a plan, and because
don't put it on the podcast.
I'm not gonna tell nobody.
Good man.
I'm not gonna tell nobody. The plan is because I have so much fights that I am aware of. I've been caged in the ring so many times already. Like I'm like a veteran fucking Army fighter. So it's like I know what I'm gonna do next. And by the time if they even watch this podcast and say some shit, by the time they think what they think, I want them to think that.
Yeah.
I want them to think my eyes are fucked up. I want them to punch me now. I want that shit. Because I have a whole plan for their ass. They don't know what's coming. But like, yeah, I don't think it's that. I just think I haven't seen Nick. I couldn't see. Callie was dehydrated. I just shelled up and I got hit. Got back up. Yeah, but like, yeah, I don't. Nah, bro.
Fucking cameras.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm very interested to see how you're gonna sync this. Maybe we should just put this shit on Spotify and run the audio.
No, I'm gonna.
You're gonna get the audio. All right.
I'm gonna make this work no matter what.
I know.
It's just a matter of fucking
syncing it all together. Well, as long as
no battery,
audio keep running, you're good there because you can always sync it. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the only problem. It's just a matter of the cameras. I got to get actual video cameras. You know, these cameras are like. I think the limit was like 29 minutes.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that before I bought them, and now I invested. $700 a piece in these cameras.
Yeah.
And then this one's just an old piece of shit.
Yeah, it's alright. It's working.
Yeah, it's working for now. But that one, the battery's about to die, and then yours is not bad.
Yeah, over time.
It's just a matter of the fact.
Time, with more people coming on, more exposure, more this, more that, you'll be able to get.
And that one just died again. No, the battery's done.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we can wrap it when I'm ready to. But like, as far as me. Like, and my confidence and my chin, I'm all right.
Good man.
I'm all right. I'll still walk forward on a motherfucker and swing. I still have every single thing I have. I might be dumb as a motherfucker.
Never.
But
stop it.
Because when you start doubting yourself and start doing a bunch of shit, then you get off your game plan. I'm never going to get off my game plan. I'm just going to wait on my game plan to work. I have faith in myself, and I know I'm just having a tough time because I see how hard I train. I know how good I am. I do this daily. I do this daily.
It's true.
But as I said, even because you're a great fighter doesn't mean you're gonna be successful within MMA as far as a fighter, right? LaFleur is a really good fighter. He got as far as he could have got with injuries. There's a lot of things that Dennis too. We have a lot of great fighters in our gym that I went through, but there's a lot of things that stopped them. You know what I mean? A lot of things can stop you, right?
It's so hard to be a champion.
It's very hard to be a champion with the sport, and that's why every UFC world champion, and if you ever become a world champion out there, people, you need to respect these fucking people, and all the women and men and all this shit that fight in the sport, you need to be respected.
Well, it's not even just a matter of the ones who are the champion. It's also the ones
overall,
who fight
everyone.
for the championship.
Everyone. Chukagian. Yeah.
You want to hear a funny story about Chukagian?
What's up? Don't go crazy now. I mean, Chukagian friend.
Nah, it's about me being a fucking an idiot and not knowing anything.
Go for it. Run it.
So I was training one night, and it was like probably 2 months before she fought Valentina.
Mm-hmm.
And it had like just been announced, and so there was buzz around the gym that like, oh, Chukagian's gonna go fight a championship caliber fighter. Now I didn't know anything about like Chukagian really.
Champion. Yeah.
And so, I seen her one day in the gym, and I just like shouted across the gym. I was like, "Yo, go fuck up Joanna! Like, go get that belt from Joanna." And then she just looked at me like, "What?"
Yeah. She's like, first of all, I'm not fighting Joanna. Yeah. I'm not fighting Valentino. But like, she's still like the number one girl in the division. She just fucked up another Cynthia Calvillo, I think. And Cynthia Calvillo was on a rampage to go get a title shot.
Well, all she did was beat Jessica Eyebrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, I'm saying like, for Chukagian too, like, she's another one of the fighters in that division that it's gonna get tough to get past her, because she's very good.
100%.
She could be a champion, you know what I mean? And she has a very well-rounded game, great coaches.
She beat the shit out of Valentina's sister.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
God
damn, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
She beat the shit out of her.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, and they probably would think, oh yeah, you beat her. No. It's not how MMA mat work. You not your sister. You know what I mean? Your sister is a total different person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that fight, and respect. I respect everybody that fight. That's why I don't like pick a fight. And even everybody in martial arts, even people in boxing, just every one of the fucking warriors out there, and everybody in life, and regardless if you're a fighter or not, you know, everybody is a fighter in some sort of way. You're fighting to do something, or you're going through some shit. Just keep fighting, keep hustling. Yeah, man. But for me, I'm as good as I've ever been, as motivated as ever been, as driven as I've ever been. Nothing changes. Other than my record says I lost 3 fights.
It is what it is.
But I also went on a killer win streak with knocking out a whole bunch of people.
Remember that?
Way more than 3.
7.
Way more than 3. So it's like, at the end of the day, hey, 7 motherfuckers in that period of time, other than my kickboxing fights, so I had a whole bunch of kickboxing fights. You know what I mean? Had to go home and say, oh, I got knocked out by this big black motherfucker from Jamaica. You know what I mean? So like, I get it. It's fine. It's my turn. It sucks. But a lot of fighters, as I said, a lot of great fighters have been stopped. You can name them. You know what I mean? A lot of great fighters have been stopped.
Knowing you,
You know what I mean?
you will recover.
Oh, yeah.
You will be the man.
Yeah, man.
And unfortunately, that camera just died.
That's fine.
So I think this is a good time to end it.
It's good, man. It's perfect. Yeah, I enjoy coming on. I enjoy supporting you.
It was an absolute pleasure, bro.
It was a pleasure, bro. And we'll be back doing this shit again.
100%. Especially when I get better cameras.
Oh, yeah.
Next time.
Nah.
When I get better cameras.
We do it without the camera with just the mic, bro.
We could do that.
Yeah, bro. It doesn't matter, bro. We gonna do it regardless. Remember, man, it's not how you start. It's how you finish. Joe Rogan started, weird shit. So,
exactly.
So you can start wherever you want. It's all about never stopping, consistency, and keep pushing to the end.
Regardless, we had a great conversation.
Yeah, regardless.
And I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate
being on. Time to go enjoy that Chipotle.
Yeah, bro. I'm about to kill this shit right now, boy.
Thank you very much, J.
Thank you very much, too, champ.